Okay, just let me know.
Okay, thanks.
Based on a book.
Yes, well, my Hebrew was pretty good before I started, but I had definitely an accent, limited vocabulary, and poor grammar. But
Sounds amazing. That's great.
thank you. Well, luckily I wrote the script in English and had a great writer, Asaf Gavron, who translated it into Hebrew. So my lines were written for me. You know, I just had to learn them. And then I worked on my accent for a few months with a coach to improve my Hebrew.
And then the guy that had the book translated into Arabic did it to sort of try to improve relations. Do you think the movie might help in some way?
I hope so. You know, I think that the best thing you can hope for with a movie is that it makes you feel for someone in very particular circumstances that is different from you, that you wouldn't necessarily know or empathize with on daily life, and you can feel.
Lastly, did this story speak to you because you were an immigrant here? Does it
Yes.
break your heart in a certain way?
Well, I'm a third-generation immigrant. You know, I'm an immigrant. My parents are both immigrants. My grandparents are immigrants. So, yes, I mean, it's part of our family legacy, I guess, that every generation has this being torn between two places and the hopes and dreams for the new place that don't always match up to the reality.
Is Amos alive?
He is, very much so.
Has he seen it?
Yes, and he was very generous and very kind and was,
Touched by it?
Yes, it was very moving for me. It was really wonderful to get to sort of be forced to make my opinion known all day long. You know, you have to make 1,000 decisions a day as a director, and I found when I started I wasn't always good at saying what I wanted. They'd say, you know, what color do you want? You know, I'm not sure, what do you think? And then I knew what I wanted, I just wasn't comfortable enough saying it. By the end, of course, I was like, I want that, that, and that, you know. And if you say things in a kind and respectful way, everyone on your team wants that. They want clear guidance of what they should be doing.
Right.
To direct, or did you find the project and then decide you want to direct?
It was sort of both. I had always known I wanted to direct, but of course that it had to be something incredibly personal and passionate for me. And then when I read the book and I could visualize the film immediately, I knew that that was what I wanted to do.
How did you balance sort of writing, starring, directing, doing the whole, I mean, did you ever sleep?
Yeah, well, I didn't plan on it initially. I just wanted to direct it, and then slowly it sort of, you know, when I talked to people about writing it, they were like, you know what you want, you just write it. And then I tried to get financing with another actress, you know, with an Israeli actress, and no one would give me money, and so it sort of developed as a thing where I took on all these roles.
I'm wondering what you saw in this character that you wanted the creative control for yourself, like that you wanted to be able to tell your story and make it for you.
Well, like I said, it was almost, you know, it was almost something I had to do in order to be able to make the film. But it was wonderful too, because I got into the film in such a deep way, I feel, by both directing, so paying attention to all these little details of, you know, what the clothes look like, what the houses look like, what the, you know, if what lettering they used on street signs, if there were street lamps in sewers, you know, things that very, very detailed things that help you get into the time period in such a different way.
Do you see yourself in the character?
Did you consult with people involved in the event and Amos himself?
Amos was a great guide and friend throughout it, and was very supportive and encouraging, and also really encouraged me to make my own piece, which was really liberating. He kept saying, you know, the book already exists, don't just film the book, make your own piece, which was really, really wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.